All right, guys, welcome to a trip down memory lane. Today, we're going to be showcasing some footage from the archives of 2007. That's right, content from 2007 featuring Gears of War 2, featuring Gears of War 1, featuring some Call of Duty, and whatever other bits I just randomly decide to put in there. There's a lot. And I'm feeling a bit down. There's a stuff going on in my private life which is irking me and annoying me, and the best way for me to just get out that headspace is to try and put a little bit of good in the world, try and cheer someone up, try and take somebody down memory lane and explain. So today that's what I'm going to do. Today I'm going to give you the backstory of me as a content creator, and again show you that footage and just have a chat about the times that I miss, the memories that I've formed, and just how everything's changed and the reason where I am, I guess. So, for those that don't know, I used to have multiple channels. People would have hundreds of channels back in the day on YouTube. You didn't have a brand. Sometimes you tried out a new channel because you wanted a new username, or you wanted a new background, or you wanted a fresh start, or you wanted to leave those haters behind, so you made a new channel and you uploaded quality tests and you got your Dazzle DVC 170, or you got your Blue Dazzle, or you got your HD PVR, and you tried to compete for the best quality and the best montage. But when I began, there was none of that. When I began, nobody was recording and nobody was doing anything. We were playing for fun and we were showcasing what was happening online, because online was entirely new. It wasn't so much that the game was brilliant. It wasn't so much that the connections were brilliant, or the battle pass that didn't exist was brilliant, or the content in the game. No, it was just the fact you could be online and you could talk to people. That was the excitement. And yeah, obviously, as I've got a lot older, remember this is 2006, 2007, we're now in 2023. Obviously, my entire life has changed and things happen, and I can pat myself on the back and say, congratulations for keeping going all this time, because I've never bothered about subscriber count. I've never tried to build a community, apart from during lockdown, which was a great lot of fun. And I've always just tried to just be chill, happy, and just try to put something out there. Maybe it's a couple times a week, maybe sometimes it's once a month, maybe it's some years it's once every 6 months. I've always tried to put out a bit of a video to cheer people up, and I hope this video does that. So if this video cheers you up and gets you out of a rut, or it just passes a half an hour of time, however long it may be, leave a like, leave a comment. Maybe consider becoming a member to pay for the DVD recorder I had to purchase for this video, or just the memories that I've produced for many, many years. Every membership matters. It would be greatly appreciated. I hope you appreciate the staying power I've had for this community, a community that have since ousted me, a company that have since banned me for critiquing their game, but I'm still here. So let's begin. So before the age of capture cards and sort of tying in with capture cards, what we used to do was we used to go and we used to get our phone or our digital camera. I remember using my sister's pink digital camera, and we would stand it on top of our screen and we would record our screen, and we would then upload the file in its entirety up onto YouTube. Sometimes you might drag it into Windows Media Player and you might edit it and just show a headshot or a cool shot. That was pretty fun. And ironically, what ended up happening is, for part of this video, I had to do that. So it really was a nostalgia trip, as in I got the DVD player, I got my set of DVD discs, and the format wouldn't work, the files wouldn't work. If a tiny piece of the disc was scratched or corrupt, it would no longer work. And that was the challenge we always faced, because it wasn't shadow play. It wasn't recording with OBS or DxTory or Fraps or Xfire. There was none of these tools that we had available, and we had to wing it. So a lot of the time it was cameras, and it was dazzles, and it was bad videos, and it was confusing, and your PC would crash, but it was good fun. It was the process of making something and putting it out there and having a few people share your hobby. That's what I enjoyed. So we all used to have tons of YouTube channels, and we all used to have different names and on one of my channels, I had a video that blew up to about 300,000 views, and I remember this because at the time it was gargantuan. Now, think about if you made a video now that got 300,000 views, you'd be pretty pleased with yourself. Think about in 2006, 2007, how many views that was. It was like, boom, it was like gold dust. Like, everybody was messaging me, asking me on Xbox. They were on any single website that I'd linked. I think I had blogs, I had forums, I had my own forum, and people were asking me how to do this. And all it was simply, we went and we got a DVD recorder, and we used the red, white, and yellow, and I can't remember the exact order, but I think we plugged the Xbox 360 into the front of the DVD recorder. We then passed that through to the telly. You would then watch on the DVD channel, and you would be able to record and see your gameplay at the same time. But obviously, there would be a delay between your buttons and you pressing and it pass through in. But the end result was, instead of having a DVD, instead of having a camera where you might have to get up and press stop, and what you had is you ended up with a disc, and once you'd filled your disc or you didn't like that section of recording, you could stop the recording and delete. And this was like a game changer, because all of a sudden you didn't have to go, right, this camera's got a 10-minute slot, I've got 10 minutes to try hit something cool or complete the mission to showcase to the world, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. Suddenly I had a lot more time, and it really, really blew up this video. And I've had people since that have become friends that followed that tutorial and since went on to make videos and since went on to be massive YouTubers. And yeah, I don't have any claim to fame apart from maybe that. And also, people probably don't know that, you know, the Russian meme, when the guy is in the club and he's saying, there's like the club music going on, and then there's at the end of it, the Russian dude's really happy, and it's like, I can't remember what it was called. If you know the meme, you know the meme. The girl's interviewing the guy, she's asking him some questions, and then he says some answers, and then at the end he's really, really happy, because she replies with, actually, that's not blah, blah, blah. I made that meme. And that got about 200k views, and when that meme came out, it was called How to Make a Gamer Happy, and this was about, I believe, Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, maybe Black Ops 1, that the PC was announced to have servers. And so I dubbed over it with text like, hey, I'm not going to be able to play Black Ops 1 because there's no servers on PC, this sucks. And then she said, hey, actually, they've been announced, you're going to get servers. And then he went all happy, and that blew up. And yeah. So anyway, onto the DVD, and I'm going to show you some gameplay and just chat about everything really, and just have a reminiscent time with you boys and girls. So you would take your recorded disc, you would then place it into your PC, and it would go in here, and then you've got your disc in your PC, and then it would begin to whirl and whirl and whirl. And back in the day it was very difficult, and you would end up with a file, if we can pull one up, that would end up as a VTS file. And of these files, there was very few programs that could actually handle them. So one of them was actually Windows Media Player. You could drag it directly into Windows Media Player and pray it didn't crash, and try cut out the clip that you wanted and render it as a file, and then you would take all your clips together and put them into one big project and pray they didn't crash. And yeah, we kind of invented in a small way some way to help people get capturing footage going, and I'm always very proud of that. It doesn't mean anything, don't get any money for it, don't get any fame for it, but I'm always proud of, like, you know, I had a small part to play in this whole thing, and that's very unique. And I think it's, to be honest, I think it's cool that I'm still here, because there aren't many OG people left. They've all gone on to, you know, whatever. So part of what we've got today is just a showcase of some stuff, and I'm just going to chat to you because I've just really I've been a bit low myself this week, and I wanted to cheer myself up. And the best way for me to get out of this grumpy headspace and with everything that's going on in my life is to try put some good out into the world. Try put a smile on someone's face. That's what helps me cheer up, is doing good for others. And so I hope this video does bring you some joy, whether it's 1 or 2 people that are watching it. Share it about, let your friends know. You might see an old gamer tag in here. So we're going to swap screens now, and I'm just going to start pulling up some files and talking about them, because I think that's the best way possible, to be completely honest. And there might be some crashing and there might be some there might be some stuff failing, but we'll try. So we've got a section of DVDs here that we've ripped from our discs onto our desktop, and we're just going to kind of run you through kind of how it went. And you've got to remember that some of these clips are so very old. So this is, you know, this isn't even the oldest clip that we've got.
It's like 07.
So the first thing you're going to know is just people immediately talking in the game chat. Immediately talking, because nobody was in party chat. Everyone was in game chat. It was the place to be. You had your snipe classes trying to look as cool as possible with the classes. You got your UMP, your scavenger, Ninja Pro, all this stuff, right? And this was Modern Warfare 2. So we've got footage that is older than this, but most of the DVDs that I plucked out had Modern Warfare 2 on. And by the way, I am horrendous at this, but what I want you to notice is immediately, I'm telling everybody that I've got no mic. We've got we've got Colby the Great, we've got Super Dave, we've got Boone 849, Tom Big Dog 1997. So the thing is, you might recognize your gamer tag from this. I don't know, but the times were very, very fun, and it was a place to be. It was it was, there you go, we've got the clan member inviting me. Maybe I'm changing map here. I don't know what the disc has got to go on, but there was just stuff happening. There was old school gameplay, and the difference and the way the game was played, an entirely different world, and maybe across a couple of Gears of War things and across a couple of YouTube things, you'll get the idea that people were slow, people did camp, there was no crazy movement. I was not good at this game. There was big recoil. You couldn't just SMG somebody across the map with automatic aim assist fire. Like these days, the guns and everything, crazy accurate. Everybody dies in a bullet, and there was nobody really at the time telling you how to play the game effectively, how to move around the map, the places to be, the classes to have. You basically would get dominated in a game and then figure out, maybe I'm trying to get some hip fire challenge here or something, I don't know. Bear in mind I was very, very young at this time, and there was no pressure on you. You were not trying to be an esports player. You were not trying to be a professional gamer. You didn't care if the way you got the kill was you hid and led down and put a claymore down. The whole point was you were just having fun with your friends, and the enjoyment was the fact that you were just online and it was new. There wasn't the guy there on TikTok live streaming to 4 different locations going 50-0 that had played the game 400 hours straight. And you know, it was just a completely different environment. There might be some people playing game battles, which now doesn't even exist, but though that you played with other people that were competitive. In the regular games that you played, everybody was a noobatron basically, and you might get 1 or 2 games where somebody popped off, but everybody was new. And I know people blame skill-based matchmaking, and I know people blame all this stuff that goes on. Skill-based matchmaking, in a way, is a very poor attempt at trying to get back to what this was, but the actual notion of it isn't as bad as people think. Because what this means is, in this game, I'm pretty bad at Call of Duty, but I had a fighting chance because I was against similar people of my level. Whereas nowadays, because everyone is so sweaty, because of TikTok, because of people can make money off showing you the best class and make money off gameplays, there's a vested interest in being good at the game. Whereas back in the day, day, the vested interest was having fun and winning a match with your friends. It was completely different, and I just loved the times. I loved the whole experience. And I wasn't a Call of Duty player, by the way. My entire time spent on Xbox was Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 3, pretty much, with a little bit of Gears of War 2 mixed in. But the point is that even playing a game that you didn't really like and it wasn't your favorite, you just enjoyed it because the whole time you're talking to your friends, you're in a game with your friends. The game is even. There's some back and forth. You can see the score, 6,800 to 6,300. It's close. There's no one getting slapped about. There's no one going 50-0. You might occasionally bump into somebody that was really, really good, but you just kind of lift your chin up. Maybe you have to sit up a little bit more and go, wow, this guy's really good, we're gonna have to group up and go get him, you know. And I just really, really enjoyed these times. There's tons and tons of footage I could show you. There's funny moments where people are calling each other bitches in game chat and dropping N-bombs and fucking everything under the sun, right? But everybody had anonymity, and people think that's a bit of a dangerous thing these days, because people can kind of abuse it. But there was a joy, there was a complete joy that I could play this game and I would be able to leave the lobby. I would not have to speak to these people again. There was no worries about somebody recording me and trying to cancel me. You know, you were just having good old fun, and when the game ended, it ended. I'm not worried about, am I going to be on a TikTok video about, hey, here's how to destroy this camper that's in the top building. You just played how you wanted and you enjoyed yourself, and you just ran around and shot some dudes and had a good old time. So we'll swap games and we'll pull up some Gears of War footage. So on the DVDs here, if we can find this. So here is so the prime example, as you can see above, because the DVD disc failed. This is how old we are. Because the DVD disc failed that came out of the DVD recorder, we had to manually film it with our phone on a television that upscaled the footage to 4K on my telly, so it was somewhat viewable for you guys. But you can see the date. This was February of 2007, this footage. So at the time, I would have been probably like 13, maybe 14, probably 13 years old, I think. So yeah, I would have just been turning 13 or 14 years old, and it's just crazy times, man. So we can jump into the game here. You'll excuse the shadow on your screen because look, I had to record my screen somehow to get you this footage. But if you enjoyed this throwback and you're enjoying this throwback, just let me know. Support me with a membership, with a comment, sub on YouTube, drop a fucking PayPal, mate. I don't even care. I'm shameless at this point. You know why I'm shameless? It's because, if I'm honest, I am proud of the fact that I've stayed here for such a length of time, and there's so many pieces of shit in the world, and there's so many horrible grifters and people doing charity scams that I don't think it's outrageous to say, if you've enjoyed 20 years of content, subscribe. I don't think that's that ridiculous. This is such an old video that I'm having to record this with my phone. I have a game, like my very first gamer tag, and I didn't know how to play the game. Like, yes, I understood the movement, but I was coming from PlayStation, and I really didn't grasp exactly how to play the game for maybe 6 more months, maybe even a year. At this point, I was trying to get used to like things, but I wasn't even used to the Xbox controller still. I was entirely new. What I used to play was Warzone, and you can see exactly what's happening right now. So when people talk about, oh, the kids can't handle it, and oh, gaming's different, and all of this stuff, I'll have to remember not to tab out. What people forget effectively is what we're playing right now is a 3v2. If this was played today, Pete, the lobby wouldn't start. There wouldn't be a lobby. We'd have to wait in matchmaking where you can't see or speak to the people until the beginning of the full matchmaking lobby. Now, back in the day in 2006 and 2007, ranked was just a place where you wanted to basically try and get a win. You had player matches for some fun. But ranked was the place you tried to win at any means necessary. And I'm playing Warzone, which was my primary mode. And if anybody wants to know, I ended up getting seriously in headshots in Warzone. So yeah, and I think I had about 2,000 curb stomps towards the end, if that means anything to anybody these days. But what you would do is you would get... how do I word this? Any means necessary. And now I'm beginning to think actually that the guy I'm playing with could have been my best friend from high school. And I can't quite remember if that was his gamer tag, because it seems to ring a bell now that I think about it. Or maybe he changed his name. These were very, very old times. And so I'm going down this trip with you in memory lane. And I want you to just think about the sense of the game. I want you to think about how it's been played. People are just doing what they want. People are having fun. We're in a ranked match. This guy's kung fu flipping on top of my head. That's how long the flip has been in the game, by the way, and it still never got patched. Respect. And, you know, I wasn't worried about a performance, or I wasn't worried, am I good enough? Do I have enough time in life? There was no worries going on in my head. All I was doing, it was probably... a period of school. There goes a lovely headshot. Can he get the W? No, he chokes. Could have been the dub there, but it doesn't matter. Active downs. The game's only been out a few minutes. This guy that came online, Blue Bone, I remember this guy. He used to really like my videos, and he used to get the sniper for me. And I used to like get talk bow and stuff for him. And it was just a big community, and everybody, like, yes, there was beef. Yes, people hated each other. Yes, there was big arguments. There was shit talking. There was all this stuff. But because we're just having fun and we're enjoying the game, and we're just amazed that we're playing online, even though it's a 3v2. And I don't think if it was a 3v2 that the leaderboards counted. You just carried on playing because you weren't like, oh, this isn't going to count towards my battle pass. Oh, I'm not going to unlock the new MTX. Oh, this is a waste of time because I'm not going to earn any ELO. You were just enjoying the game, and that's how it went. And it was a brutal time because, as you say, there was no, oh, don't do this, don't do that, that's not meta, that's not cool. If somebody wanted to double punch you down, you got double punched down. It was just a fact, right? As we can see there, somebody double punching me down, and I was not good at this game. This is not a gameplay to be like, yo, I'm so good at the game. This is probably one of the earliest recordings I've got, and I just think it's a cool thing to show. So it's 1st to 12. You could make your own duration up. So we always used to play 13-5. So we would play 13-5. So if we ever hosted, it would be 13 rounds, 5-minute duration. So the game would end. You would then ask the people in the lobby, hey guys, did you enjoy that game? If you want to play another, we'll be hosting 13-5 Fuel Depot. And then people would race to the menus and try and search up 13 rounds, 5-minute durations, and then try and win, right? And get in the lobby. And that's how it was. Sometimes you would play against your friend because the lobbies wouldn't swap. But it was just a really, really fun period of time, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I've met some really cool people. I've had really good memories, and bang, nice kill. And it's just been a good old time. Now, some of the people in these DVDs have since gone on to be very strange to me, even to this day, even 20 years later, which is crazy. But that's by the by. But it was just a fun time, and I have had a real joy. I've had a complete real joy just looking back through these memories, to be honest with you. And yeah, I am beginning to think this probably was my friend that I played with, because he did love the shotgun, and he is letting me get sniper all the time, and oh, lovely headshot. And that's maybe why we stayed in the lobby, because I'm with my friend. Who knows? I'm forgetting. But I just had a cracking time looking back at everything. And look, I know gaming in a way has got a lot better. You have a load of things to unlock and earn. You have constant updates. You have lobbies that aren't laggy. Like, we would play in any lobby no matter what, whether it was 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, you just played the game. It would be deemed unacceptable now, the quality of game that we played, but we just had fun with it. And that's what it was. It was like the developers made a game to have fun, and you played the game for fun. It wasn't like, hey, listen, this is not balanced in professional play, so we're going to have to get rid of it. Hey, this weapon has currently been underused, and we don't like that, so we're going to buff X and Y, and this map is causing problems on the third hill of professional play, so we're going to tweak it. It was just like, yo, I'm going to bounce on this guy because I've learned how to wall bounce, and then fail a two-piece, and then miss shots, and then rolling headshot them. Like, it was just a big mess at this point in time. But I loved it, and I absolutely loved this game, and it frustrates me because the team of players that ultimately ended up banning me off the game, if you want to know the story, was ridiculous. So I've played this game since 2007, longer than probably half of these damn punks have even known about the franchise. I've been recording, creating content for a long time, and what ended up happening was one of the developers had a friend, and they stopped updating the game, and they gave the fans no communication. And so I digged through a Twitter account to see if the new developer had tweeted anything, and she'd retweeted a picture of a skunk. And I explained with a retweet, yo, she's retweeted a picture of a skunk. Maybe this is going to be new content added into Gears. Like, you know, tongue-in-cheek, haha, there's no content, this game's dead, what a shame. And it turned out it was like a developer from another company that had come out as a skunk. And because I'd upset them, and I basically said, look, this is ridiculous, shut up with all the backlash, because I didn't bow down to that, I was banned forever off the franchise. And I just think that's the state of the game. Like, these people don't even respect the OGs and where they've come from, and it's all about protecting bank accounts and everything, as opposed to just having a good old time, you know. It's there's the noise. I don't know if you heard that. There was a noise, the host going down, that would indicate that you'd killed the host. That was a big moment. And I don't want to get bogged down with maybe I got banned because of X or Y, or maybe I should have That's not the point. Lovely little Iceman roll into the 360. It doesn't matter. The point is, I've had a bloody good time playing the game, and if they want to kick me off it, they want to kick me off it. But I know I'm a decent person, and I know it was ridiculous. And this guy here that's just come online, by the way, Mousy360, I remember this guy. Mousy360 was this Scottish... No, I think he was Scouse. I think he was a Scouse kid we used to play with all the time. And we used to play Tyro Station with him. He was a great guy. I wonder what Mousy360's up to these days. I hope he's doing well. And when I see these old games, and I see these moments of me being two-pieced and blah, 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 I just look back on it with fondness. I really don't care what's gone on, or who fell out with who, or who had arguments with who back in the day. It was the time period. Look, there's actually a DVD here I've got of a current... I won't post it, but there's a current professional Call of Duty player that I am in a clan with, and he's like racially abusing someone, mate, and he's telling him to you know, basically he's been a bit of a fucking knob, and the other guy's giving it back. I think because he was Irish, and they were having this big old slanging match about Ireland versus... I can't even remember the country. Everything was kicking off, huge arguments. There was messages flying back and forth. But those were the times, man. That's just what it was. Does it mean it's acceptable? No. But it was just this anonymity of, like, you do whatever you want, and then when the game ends, the game ends. And everybody just took it as, like, it was just shit talking online. It's like getting teabagged on Halo. It was just part of the game. Now, should it have gone that far? No. But that's just the way of the world, mate. It was ridiculous. I would be getting abused. Everyone would be getting abused. And you know I'm telling the truth, guys. If you were in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby, if you were in a GB match, a game battles match, you were... the part of it was psychological, mate. Like, that was the that was the big thing, was the psychological thing of don't let them get in your head. They'd be like, yo, Twisted Methods, you're fat, you're ugly, you can't play the game, go back to school, you know, you're a fucking pasty white guy or whatever. Then somebody would be hurling abuse at the French, then somebody would be glitching out the map. You know, it was just that's just the times, man. It was crazy. And looking back on these, you know, it's just crazy, man. I don't think we do anything good in this game. Maybe we get a bit of a shotgun action here. But I'll skip through to some more DVDs, and I just wanted to showcase this and share it with you and just say, I hope everyone's having a good time. These are really fond, good memories, really old school times, wasn't it? And oh, his full red slides through there. That was always one of my favourite moves, when you would slide as you would kill the guy, and then you would like body them and go through them. Managed to get him down there, bang. We won the match. Congratulations, guys. We managed to win the match. This was February 2007. 22 kills in 12 rounds versus 3 people. We managed to win it against the host 3v2. That's a big moment. You can see that you can review the player, check the gamer tag. And this is where you would then sit in the lobby and chat and ask them if you want to play again. Just fantastic times. Fantastic times. If we pull up some more footage... for you boys, I'll just pull up some random stuff and just carry on waffling because I'm having a good time. Let's see what we've got here. Not quite sure how we even get this DVD to play, to be honest. How do we do this?
Look at my one.
God.
Okay, so...
Shut up, you fucking noob, shut up!
So this is another throwback example. This would be early Modern Warfare 2 days. I'll let you listen to some classic Modern Warfare 2 game chat.
Look at my one.
God.
Shut up, you fucking noob, shut up! I'll fight you on your father. I'm your sister. Shut up. You're your father now, you little fucking foreigner. You shut up, you fucking noob, shut up!
So here you can hear, someone calling another person a fucking foreigner. Who I'm playing with right now is I'm playing with a guy that I still know on Facebook, Hayes. I'm playing with some people from Advocate, if you remember who Advocate was. We ended up hating each other and getting in massive arguments all the times. This is a professional player. Advo Jordan is now Jordan, who was a Call of Duty pro. We used to be in a clan together. I'm going to save his career. I'm going to save his career, guys, and not post the DVDs of him absolutely abusing people. I'm not trying to cancel him, so I'll save his career. But there was a lot of stuff said in these lobbies. And yeah, we'll just not cancel the guy's career. But, you know, we had a blast playing some COD and stuff like this. I don't know if this DVD is going to play. This is like part of the reason why you don't skip a DVD. You have to like play it in its entirety, and when you skip through, things go wrong. But yeah, that was some people we used to play with. Let's pull up a different DVD, see if it wants to load. Let's stop that. It gets very finicky, guys. Even to this day, DVD technology died out for a reason. And it's very difficult to really how do we work it? Get it working for want of a better word. So if we pull this up here, you see the struggles that we've got? There we go.
The objective.
Here we have some classic Modern Warfare 2 again. These were the days of, I guess, Marathon Lightweight UMP. You can see the grainy DVD footage, but at the time I want you to remember this is like 2007, and this kind of quality for 2007 was very, very good. That's what the DVD tutorial brought out, and you know, this looks a little bit later, as I look a little bit more familiarized with the sticks, I would say. But maybe you recognize some of the names in here: Towley FC, LFC, and I'll just give you, you know, some. If you want me to, guys, I can just post up the full gameplay, because you might find a funny kill in here or whatever. But this video was just meant to be me reminiscing, explaining the good old days, just having a good time with you boys. There's clips in here of people coming in with like the most heinous names, modded names, crazy abuse, and I don't want to make it sound like it was all just shit talking, but yes, it went on a lot of it. But that was the fun, because it was just like you came home from school and you just let go and you just had a good old time. There was no pro meta. There was no, why is he not rotating to the bomb? Why is he not covering the bomb? Or why is he not using the meta perk? You might bump into somebody that had an F2000 and a thermal scope, and he might get a double kill, and you'd just be like, wow, okay, I guess that works. Just very, very different times. And I know I keep saying different times, but it's true. There was no lock on aim assist. People missed bullets. People weren't very good. And it made the game enjoyable. Nowadays, everybody wants to be a little professional gamer because they think getting a few thousand views on TikTok means that they're going to blow up and they're going to have a pro career, and then they're going to start selling merchandise, and then they're going to stream, and then they're going to go and stream a house, and da-da-da-da-da. That's not what it was like. It was just dudes having a load of fun. So, yeah. Good times, good times.
Destroy the objective.
There's some conversations I remember when I've looked through these DVDs, and I was talking to a guy in the lobby and he was explaining that I can't hear you very well, my Turtle Beach are broken, and we end up having a conversation about should you purchase some new Turtle Beach, so on and so forth. And you know, getting a little triple kill here and like robbing a chopper gunner, probably should have tried to rob that. Don't think I had enough time, but yeah, just very, you know, just different times, different fun, and I look back on it all positively. You know, yeah, there were ups and downs sometimes, like, you know, you might get smashed, sometimes you might, you know, it might be in a laggy connection, or you're just getting noob tubed, but like, you understood what it was, and there wasn't some sweaty, yeah, there were sweaty people, but people back in the day sweated in a different way. Look at that little 360 there, missing all the bullets. I'd have locked on there. Oh, look at Rafika. So yeah, it was just bloody good times, man. There's a Barrett 50 cal with a thermal scope, because I obviously fancied doing that. I'd probably be bullied these days because it's not in the meta. But yeah, we've got loads of footage. Most of it appears to be some kind of Call of Duty stuff. We've got the odd clip on... I did do a clip on Twitter. If you want to see that, I'll pull it up now. Just of Gears of War 2. And what happened in Gears of War 2, as we just begin to explain this, was in Gears of War 2, people tell me that this was the most amazing, brilliant game. Admiral Amazing probably thinks it's amazing, but this is what I remember of Gears of War 2 from my DVDs, and it was like rolling in a laggy connection, trying to shotgun fight and getting the blind fire hammer burst downed. You can see here we've got XJC, who I still talk to this day. We've got Dr. Blunt, Apple Pie Rules, TCB Pelon, Spinny X22. there I was topping the leaderboard as always, and you know, trying to play some execution, and it was just like, yeah, it wasn't my kind of game. The whole game flipped, and I didn't enjoy Gears of War 2, to be completely honest. But you know, we tried to have a good fun. Now I'll end with this because this is probably like the most like reminiscent for you guys. Some people in this lobby sadly have gone on to borderline write essays about me. I can't believe it. Crazy, isn't it, how the world works? But back in the day, we used to play with these guys. We used to have good fun. And so this was an example of... This probably would have been something that I did very, very rarely. I was always a game battles guy, and I was always a ranked player. But because I thought I was good with the sniper, occasionally I'd hop in and try play sniper matches, but I was like what I would class as a clan sniper. So the way I would snipe is like angles, active people down, check them with the sniper. Weren't really about headshots, just about consistent damage. And what this was, by the way, if you want to trip down memory lane, is this was the only map that had enough weapons that everybody could basically grab a sniper. And so you would play 4v4 snipe matches and alternate hosts, and the way a snipe match worked was it was only headshots, but obviously this was the days pre mod and pre playlist, so you had to try to not active, and you had to let the enemy know that you were ready. So if you ever needed ammunition, you would you would go on to take your pistol out and showcase. And what's pretty weird there is I actually got a headshot, but I don't even realize how I got a headshot there. So we'll rewind that back. We'll get VAR on the go. Oh, I think I like Superman that guy as he went down. That's an outrageous shot. And yeah, and so when you were done with ranked and you were done with competitive, you could find like-minded people that wanted to do things like this. And you might play with your friends for an hour or two snipe matching or doing whatever, and they would get sweaty, and here you go, you see I've got a problem or something, so I'm taking my pistol out. I don't know what I'm doing, maybe my mic's disconnected, or once you had your pistol out, you're in the safe zone basically. So you see he's there, he's not going to kill me because I've got my pistol out. Maybe there's been an argument and somebody needs to get killed. That would be another thing, that if someone had an argument of, yo, I accidentally activated that guy down, and I've got a message from Gifted Scope. So you had to melee to start, and you would all begin. And I don't know, it was just a fun old time. There's probably some cool headshots in here. I won't bore you to death with like 800 hours of DVD footage, but you get the point that this is probably some of the oldest footage you're going to see being posted today anyway. Yeah, you know, maybe there's some old YouTube videos up there. I'm sure there'll be thousands and thousands of old YouTube videos, but you're probably not going to get somebody from the era explaining how they're still doing it. Trying to go for the Iceman headshot down the stairs, man. Clean. Oh, clips me there, man. Does me dirty with the headshot. It's alright, I'm one Superman. I've performed that round, right? I got a Superman and died. I'm 1 for 1. So yeah, it was just good times, man. You had like used to play with Pranksky, and like VVV and Team Black, FYCN, I think they were called Team Black or something. Used to occasionally go and play snipe matches, and you just mingled with, like, I was in all the communities because I just enjoyed the game. So I'd sometimes play snipe matches, sometimes clan matches, sometimes I'd just be on my own playing ranked or whatever. I just enjoyed playing the game and tried to play it as much as possible. And just, yeah, very, very good fun times. Oh, looks like I've got another headshot there. Let's see what we can get. And I hope you've enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. I had to I had to hard scope him there, but look, man, he's not paying attention in the clan match, right? Ooh, instincts with the with the trip. No, oh man, I tell you, man. People will be like, listen, you're hard aiming. Bro, this was like 20 years ago, mate. Cut me some slack, okay? Oh my god, I am popping off this round with the triple. Absolutely outrageous gameplay from the young Z. I would have been probably like 14 years old. I want you to think about this, guys, right? I was like 14 years old and sweaty as hell. Oh my god, I've wiped the whole team out, mate. Now I might be host, but look, that's a 4-piece right there, baby. Wiped out, get out the game. You don't know, you know, it's just different gravy, mate. Now think about it. If you're playing against all the top teams in Gears of War and you're like 14 years old, little squeaky kid, mate, performing like that, it's like when you see those cracked Fortnite kids. And I'll be honest, me and the guys that used to play during this day, even these guys I'm playing with, if esports was big when we were playing, we'd be superstars, bro. No cap, mate. Because we were brilliant at the game, mate. Everyone that was playing, even Owen, mate, that shit talks me to this day, mate, he was a brilliant player at Gears of War. He taught me a lot about Gears of War, especially rooftops, and he's the reason I really love the Hammer of Dawn. So, you know, I just look back on these times fondly. I don't hold grudges or anything like that. It is what it is. And just a brilliant, fun old time, from ranked matches to clan matches to, you know, Gears of War 2 lagginess to, you know, all this stuff. Brilliant, good fun. I hope this has been a little trip down memory lane. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope it's cheered you up. We'll end with a connection error, because who doesn't want a connection error? I think that's a perfect way to end it, and we'll press B and we'll quit out the game. Leave a like, leave a comment if you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this trip down memory lane. Crazy, man. Crazy that I'm talking about it in 2023. That's cheered me up, I'll be honest, as in a bit of a grump. It's been stuff going on in my private life that's irritating me. Not in a great spot at the moment. I'm trying to remain positive, but it's difficult. So my way of dealing with it is try to put some positivity out in the world. So smash a like on the video. Remember the good old times when games were games and there wasn't rotating shops that refreshed every 24 hours to get you to look at the shop and then put a notification on the shop to let you know that there was an item free that you would then claim, because then that builds the dopamine loop of I need to check the game, I need to check the shop every time I sign in case there's a free item, and then something sparkly might catch your eye. No, games were games. We had a fun time. We weren't being milked. We weren't the product. Nowadays we're the product. There are surveys out there that are basically asking you how much money can we milk from you. It's a disgusting world, man. And it's a difficult time to be a gamer these days. But I was once the little sweaty kid that got a 4-piece on rooftops. All right. Thanks very much. Have a lovely day and evening. Peace out.